Panther Chair of the Bloody Point, more Dfiance. So I have accumulated 720 gold, as you can see, having completed the daily quests and missions. And the only other source of gold are rewards, which I am not having much luck at increasing my ranking. So I'm looking at making changes to the deck. This particular deck is good, but I would like to have more copies of Shield Barrier. And I only have one. But if I look at the marketplace, there are two here. Well, there were two. Did somebody just buy it? Hold on, let me go back. Okay, so there's a few up here. People are a bid on this one. This one's got 2 hours left, one bidder, 60. So if I can get 3 copies, I can increase the chances that I will actually pull it. So I am going to make a bid. Yeah. So to do that, you click on it. And I think you can... Let's see, I have 720. The other one is 50. This one's 60. So let's go 80? 85? I want to spend a total of 120. No, that's not good. Yeah. I think you have to go in increments of 10. But let me do 100. That's what I did last time when I got the card. And we'll do the same for the other one. Same card. I'm overspending, but I want to make sure I get them. I do have the gold to spare. So unless it's not obvious, this is pretty much my first exploration of the market. So this is a case where my bid was exceeded and I lost the auction. I received the gold back. It comes to you in a notification, then you have to click a button to collect it. So to prevent that, you can go to the auction item and increase your bid. You can do this right up until the end, to the very last second, and I'll demonstrate that later. But when you are doing that, there's a quirk of the auction system which can cause some trouble. But here you can see we're now at 0 seconds left. Bid is at 120. If the bid is exceeded, you'll see it changes color. So now I have to quickly click on it and increase my bid. Now you have to have the total amount of the new bid, not just the difference. It's very important. So you have to keep that in mind when you're planning and make sure you have enough gold. You can see the gold amount that I have at the top left. You'll notice again that I will be outbid. So now I must bid 160. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough. Even though it shows the auction is still live, I can't click on it. And it's over, so I've lost. I will get the funds back. So my attempts to get a full set of 3 shield barriers thus far has failed. So we will try again. I had to restart, hence the black screen. You'll see I got my original bid back, so it was 140. And that goes back into my total. You can see now the top left, the total's changed. So we'll revisit the auction. You see that it shows purchase history even though I failed. It shows up in the list there. So that's kind of odd, but I've bid on additional ones. You can see I have a little bit of time left, so we're just going to keep coming back to the auction house. The auction house is quite busy. Now you can see there's 4 copies of this one available. Prices are quite high in some cases. This card is very useful. It adds +1 attack to every card in the row, and it shields all cards in that row. So it synergizes very well with some decks, and shield is super useful just about in every deck. Okay, so I have 2 bids active out of the 4 that were on the market. That one was exceeded, so I'm increasing it again. We're going to hopefully get, as I said, I'm looking for a full set of these, and then I will be able to modify my deck accordingly and have confidence that with 3 cards in the deck that I will have a high chance of pulling one. Let's see what else we got. Just out of curiosity. Wow, there's a lot of these on the market now. 6 shield barriers available. I'm bidding on 2 of them. The 2 items that are coming up the soonest. Okay, another day. Another daily reward collected. It's a common card. Let's see what it is. That's actually useful, but I don't really have a deck in mind for that yet. Let's have a look at how the auction stands. Plenty of quests and dailies to do for more gold should I need it, which I probably will. So my current bids, I'm also bidding on several other cards. My basic approach, since I'm completely new to the game, is just to try a lot of different things and see what works, and not to put all my eggs in one basket, given that some things will probably be modified, balanced, or nerfed. So you want to have a little bit of diversity starting out. Alright, time is almost gone. Let's see if I get this one. Now I'm clicking back and forth, but you don't actually need to do that. You will see if you stay on the screen, it's dynamic. The 90 would change to a red 100 if I was outbid, giving me the opportunity to bid again. But with this weird last second thing, where what happens is if you try and bid sometimes in the last second, it locks up and you can't get your bid through. And if you don't have enough gold to rebid the whole amount, the whole new modified amount, and you have to do the withdrawal process, the amount of time that takes is a bit too long, so it's not ideal. But this will be, if I win, will be the second shield barrier that I can add to my deck, facing 3 other bidders. The activity on the Dfiance market is quite heavy, actually, given the relatively small number of active players. So that's very cool. It is one of the, surefire ways of getting a card that you need, as opposed to the RNG involved in opening a pack. But you need to do both, because opening the packs will give you access to cards that aren't on the market, and that's how the card's getting on the market in the first place. So we need people playing the market but also opening packs. I'll be opening some more packs soon, later today, I think. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for exactly. I'm still sticking with ephemeral, but I don't really see too many cards that I don't have that I really want. Okay, so the bid was successful. I collect the card. You click the notifications, you click collect, and it'll go immediately to your set of cards available for deck building. You see I have 1 in it, and if I filter by spells, I have additional 1 available, and then when I click on it, my total in the deck is actually 2. So that's very good. I just need 1 more to complete the procurement process for this particular card. This deck is performing well, but it's definitely not in its final form, and I'm going to make some modifications to it. But I want to see how it plays having a full suite of shield barriers. So I have a bid going for a 3rd one, and we're just gonna keep ourselves busy while we wait for that timer to go down. Come back to that later. Really enjoying Dfiance so far. It's quite fun, I have to say. Despite a few issues here and there, there's a card that I purchased which turned out to be bugged. I bought 3 copies and it doesn't work correctly, so that was kind of lame. But these things happen, it'll get fixed. Alright, 0 seconds left. See, I'm only competing against 1 other person. So hopefully I'll get this. If necessary, I have the goal to increase the bid as long as I do it quick enough. This reminds me of bidding on advertising ages ago, when certain type of advertising for certain websites was done with a bid like this, and you were doing it live, and it was so competitive that one group, this is in early days of the internet, one group arranged to be closer to the server so that they could, shave some milliseconds off of their connection time to secure bids. It was quite funny. Okay, so let's see. Did we get it? Yes, we did. All right, we have our third shield barrier. So this is a demonstration of how to use the auction to acquire cards, target acquisition, like very specifically going after individual cards that you want, that you know that you're going to use in your deck. And generally early on when gold is scarce, you probably don't want to be buying cards that don't have universal application. You want cards that will work in more than one deck in case the deck that you happen to be using has a hard counter or is just not competitive. The shield barrier is a very good card, and it does work in multiple decks. I'm using it in this particular deck for a specific reason, but it could be used in other decks and still be very effective. Let's see, is there anything else that I need? The Chaos card, I do know that it works, and I do see people running it, but in this particular deck I don't see that it has a lot of value. And I have some spell damage I could add, but I don't want to play too many cards, so I guarantee getting some of the ones that I want. In fact, some of these in this particular deck probably don't need to be here. I need to reevaluate that a little bit. Again, I'm very new. I started the day before launch, so that was the 4th. So technically, sorry, the launch was the 4th. I started on the 3rd, so technically, as of this recording, it was like my 4th day. Now it's my 6th day. So I'm still exploring the various cards, all the synergies, how things work, coming to know all the keywords, etc., discovering new things that I can do. In fact, I made a variation of this deck, which I'll feature in a following video, based on something I encountered in a match that was really strong. And then I modified my deck accordingly, and I played my deck with that new card and taking advantage of that new mechanic, and I had similar results. It was also very strong. So you're going to be exploring different cards and need different cards, and that will bring you to the market. And it's very important that you use the market, not neglect it. So do your dailies, do your quests, save some gold, sell some cards, and bid on some cards. And if you are on top of the bid timers, the auction timers, you'll win, and that'll help you increase your deck. So I hope everyone's enjoying Dfiance. I really am. I am so happy that I came across this game. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you in the next one.